The very last thing that any teacher wants to do, and the very first thing that I did at Sichuan University, even before I set foot on campus, is to inform students that they cannot take a class. Of course, some would say that rejection is a normal experience for young Chinese. From the start of elementary school, through a constant series of examinations, rankings, and cutoffs, children are trained to handle failure and disappointment. At a place like Sichuan University, it's simply a matter of numbers. 81 million in the province, 16 million in the city, 70,000 at the university. 30 spots in my classroom. The course title was Introduction to Journalism and Nonfiction, and I had chosen those words because, in addition to being simple and direct, they did not promise too much. Given China's current political climate, I wasn't sure what would be possible in such a class. Some applicants considered the same issue. During the first semester that I taught, a literature major picked out one of the words in the title, nonfiction, and gave an introduction of her own. She wrote, "In China, you will see a lot of things, but often you can't say them. If you post something sensitive on social platforms, it will be deleted. In many events, nonfiction description has disappeared. Although I am a student of literature, I don't know how to express facts in words now." 2 years ago, on November 18, 2017, a fire broke out in Beijing, killing 19 people. After the fire, the Beijing municipal government began a 40-day urban low-end population cleanup operation. At the same time, the low-end population cleanup became a forbidden word in China, and all Chinese media were not allowed to report it. I have not written an article related to this event, and it will always exist only in my memory. As a student of Chinese literature, I have a hard time writing what I want to write, because I'm afraid what I write will probably be deleted. Applicants handled this issue in different ways. I requested a writing sample in English, and most students sent papers that they had researched for other courses. Some titles suggested that the topics had been chosen because, by virtue of distance or obscurity, they were unlikely to be controversial. One was called Neoliberal Institutionalism in the Resolution of Yom Kippur War. Another was The Motive of Life Writing for Aboriginal Women Writers in Australia. Other students took the opposite approach, finding subjects close to home but following the government line. One applicant's essay was titled The Necessity of Internet Censorship. There was also safety in ideology. A student from the College of Literature and Journalism submitted a Marxist interpretation of Madame Bovary. She wrote, "Capitalism has cleaned up the establishment of the old French society and to some extent deconstructed various resistances that limit economic and social development." Another student abandoned every traditional subject, politics, business, culture, literature, and instead produced, in prose that was vaguely biblical, a 500-word description of a pretty girl he had seen on campus.